Are these cleats worth $120, $170, $170? That answer and more coming up in today's detailed review of the Nike Lebron Soldier 12 Strike football cleats. If you're new to my channel, you've come to the one-stop shop for the best football gear reviews. If you're a subscriber, you already know the deal. Hope you've got the notifications turned on. Let's get into it. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys a review on the Nike Lebron cleats. Now, these were super limited. I don't even know if you can still find them anymore, but I did unbox these and did want to answer the question, are these worth it for $175? Now, these cleats are obviously modeled after the LeBron Soldier 12 shoes, except they are the football cleat. Now, these were made specifically for Ohio State when they played Nebraska at the end of the season, about November of 2018. If you look at the cleat, you'll see some detail here with that nod to Ohio State. I don't know if you guys can see the inside. You see the O there, the Ohio State logo. On the tongue of the cleat, they have another logo for Ohio State. You guys can almost see that in the camera. And then on the right cleat, they have the Nike sign on the inside. Now, these are the LeBron. So on the left cleat, they also have some of the different logos. And here, they actually have the LBJ logo on the inside. Other than that, it's identical to the right cleat. You've got the Ohio State logo on the inside, as well as on the tongue. I don't know how many of you out there are basketball players or how many of you are familiar with the LeBron Soldier 12s. Now, you would expect this cleat to be the exact same or as close as possible to the basketball version. We're going to start by taking a look at some of the key differences. The upper itself looks identical to the basketball cleat, and that's because it is. It uses the same material on the upper, and it also forgoes the laces. Instead, it uses two straps that surround your foot and lock it down to the footbed. The two overlapping straps start near the footbed. You can see the first one starts at the inside, wraps around the foot to the outside, goes through a hook, and then wraps back around to the inside where you have a pull tab that actually locks in your foot to the footbed and pulls the heel back in. The same thing with the strap on the outside. Starts on the outside of the foot, wraps itself to the inside, goes through this hook here, wraps itself back onto the outside where you have this hook to actually pull down. Now, one of the main questions that I've got on this is, what is the lockdown like? Now, it's very similar to the basketball shoe. I don't own those, but I did try them on in store. And compared to laces, you're not going to get that same lockdown effect if you have thinner feet. So when I think about some of those who have thinner feet or thinner ankles, you know, your speed players, your receivers, maybe some of your DBs, this is probably not going to be a cleat for you that you're going to feel as comfortable with as you will with laces. This is meant definitely for bigger players. I'm going to get more into that when I talk about the plate, but even the upper is going to be more accommodating for wider feet. You're going to have a lot of the stretch with the material here, which is going to make it super comfortable. It's got super thick padding on the inside. You guys can see the inside of the heel counter on this padding that goes around your Achilles. It's super thick, which is going to give you a lot of that comfort. Let's take a look at how these cleats look on foot. I have to admit, these do look a little funny, but you guys do have to remember how thin my ankles are, and these are built for some of your bigger players. Now, one of the gripes I have about this cleat is that if you do have thinner ankles or thinner feet in general, these straps can be kind of long. You can see how far they come down, and they don't really allow any wraparound because of the angle of the actual strap. So you might have to cut these, or you might have to find a way to put the strap at a slightly different angle, maybe a little bit higher, which is going to change some of the lockdown in the actual cleat. Before I mention how this cleat was more accommodating to wider feet, a lot of that has to do with the plate. Now, I'm not certain on this, but out of all the cleats I've tested, this plate has always felt a little bit wider than any of the Vapor plates. Now, this is a strike plate. These are called the LeBron Soldier 12 Strike football cleats. So a lot of the football cleats with the strike name in Nike's lineup are going to have this plate. Now, ironically, this is actually very similar to the Jordan cleats, which I also reviewed last year You can see here that these have the identical plates at the bottom, and these do fit a little bit wider. They are more accommodating to wider feet. So you're gonna get the same in the LeBron cleats. Because of the wider fitting nature of the cleat and the plate, these cleats are going to be more appropriate for some of your bigger players, your running backs, your linebackers, even on the line, tight end, D end, maybe even some quarterbacks are going to like this cleat. Now in terms of traction, this cleat isn't my favorite plate. Of course, all of you, my longtime subscribers, know that I love the Vapor plate and I love the traction that comes with it. This is going to be more of a general plate, kind of a all-around plate that any player on the field can wear. This is going to work good in grass. It's going to work good in turf. So it's not going to be your greatest, but it is going to do its job with the multi-directional plate and traction that you have. Overall, there's one big key thing missing from this cleat, since these are the LeBron Soldier 12 football cleats. And that is going to be in the footbed. It does not use Zoom Air. LeBron Soldiers are known for using Zoom Air. In fact, some of the Zoom Air is stacked. You've got double stacked and triple stacked Zoom Air in some of the LeBron Soldier basketball shoes. Zoom Air is known for giving you some of the best cushioning with explosive rebound. The cushioning that you're going to find in this cleat is actually just going to be a simple foam, just like in all your traditional cleats, that's going to be at the bottom. So they did nothing special with this cleat. Now, when I think about the LeBron Soldier basketball shoes, you can still get the Soldier 12s today at a retail price of $130 to $140, $150, depending on the model. These are $175. Now, the LeBron basketball shoes do command a premium for some of the technology that's in there. When you think about the technology in the upper, how you have the stretchy knit material, you do have Zoom Air, which is some of Nike's best cushioning, and then of course you do have the LeBron name upcharge that you're going to get with that. When I put these on the scale, they come in at just over 17 ounces, and for comparison, that's 4 more ounces than something like the Vapor Untouchable Pro 3s. That's going to make for a heavy cleat. If you do own a pair of these cleats, I want to hear your opinion in the comments below. Let me know what you think. If you don't own these cleats, also let me know what you think. Do you think they're worth the $175? If you like my video, remember to give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, check out my other gear reviews and my other playlists, and I'll see you guys next time.